The colonial metropolis of Charleston stood as the wealthiest city in British North America during the 18th century. Jasmine's scented air filled the streets where grand Georgian mansions signaled the dominance of the planter class. Beneath this polished veneer, the city functioned as a ruthless economic engine powered by rice indigo and enslaved labor. From the busy wharves to the soaring church spires, this landscape reveals a complex story of ambition and survival that define the soul of the Holy City. This is the crisp map in 1704, depicting the settlement as a fortified peninsula nestled between the Ashley and Cooper rivers. Beyond mere geography, these brick and earthen barriers served a critical defensive purpose. Inside this perimeter, inhabitants huddled for safety against looming Spanish fleets and pirate raids, with a solitary drawbridge acting as their only link to the mainland. Consequently, this layout immortalizes the city's unique status as North America's only walled English metropolis, standing as a testament to survival on a hostile frontier. This is the Powder Magazine, completed in 1713 as Charleston's arsenal against Spanish fleets and pirates. Ranking as South Carolina's oldest public building, its squat profile features massive 3-foot-thick walls and a multi-gabled roof. Beneath the tiles, a sand-filled vault served a vital purpose, directing any explosion upward rather than outward to protect the town. For decades, this volatile structure held 5 tons of black powder, acting as the colony's lifeline during the Yamasee War. It remains a powerful testament to the city's perilous struggle for survival, standing as a silent shield protecting early settlers from the hostile frontier. This is the Pink House, built around 1712 on Chalmers Street, using massive blocks of Bermuda coral stone. Its natural rosiness and curved gambrel roof reflect a distinct West Indian architectural style, hinting at Charleston's deep Caribbean roots. Functioning far beyond a mere residence, this masonry structure once operated as a rowdy tavern and rumored brothel where sailors and merchants mingled in the heart of the French Quarter, having withstood centuries of hurricanes and wars. It endures as the city's oldest stone dwelling, serving as a tangible link to the rugged, seafaring life of the early colony. This is St. Philip's Church, the second edifice consecrated in 1723, standing majestically where Church Street purposely curves to honor its presence. Distinguished by 3 imposing Tuscan porticos and a lofty octagonal tower housing 8 bells, this English Baroque masterpiece served as far more than a mere spiritual sanctuary. Inside its vaulted nave, the colony's elite and royal governors gathered to reinforce the powerful union of church and state, while outside, its illuminated steeple acted as a critical lighthouse guiding merchant ships through the treacherous harbor. The massive brick structure symbolized Charleston's rapid transition from a rugged settlement to a wealthy metropolis. Although fire eventually claimed it, this Westminster Abbey of the South remains the enduring emblem of the city's golden age. This is the historic site of the Dock Street Theater, opened in 1736 at the corner of Church and Queen Streets. While the facade shows later wrought iron balconies, it marks America's first building dedicated solely to drama. Within these walls, wealthy planters and merchants gathered, swapping the ruggedness of plantation life for refined entertainment, like the recruiting officer. Consequently, this venue signifies the colony's transition from a wild frontier into a sophisticated cultural hub. It stands as a powerful symbol of high society, proving early Charleston possessed the wealth and taste to support the fine arts just like London. This is Drayton Hall, founded in 1738 along the Ashley River. Distinguished by a massive double portico, this red brick estate stands as North America's first fully Palladian structure. More than a home, it functioned as the headquarters of a vast plantation empire, projecting John Drayton's immense wealth. However, the mortar between these bricks still bears the fingerprints of the enslaved laborers who built it. Having miraculously survived both the Revolution and Civil War, it endures today as the only Ashley River plantation house preserved in its original condition, serving as a silent witness to a bygone era. This is a rare depiction of indigo processing at Wapu Plantation in the 1740s, revealing the source of Charleston's blue gold. At the center, enslaved laborers operate a cascading 3-vat system, rhythmically beating fermented plants to release the dye. Because of the foul, rotting stench produced by this fermentation, such workshops were banished miles from residential areas. Beyond the physical labor, this image underscores a vital cultural transfer, as the success of this crop relied heavily on West African agricultural expertise. Consequently, indigo emerged as the colony's second staple export, rescuing the economy and cementing the wealth of the planter class. This is the Branford Horry House, constructed around 1751, at the intersection of Meeting and Trad Streets. Distinguished as a Georgian double house, its sturdy brick facade reflects the rigid order of the era. Unlike the narrow single houses nearby, this townhouse served as a status symbol for planter William Branford. Inside the cypress-paneled drawing rooms, the elite of the city gathered for lavish balls, detaching themselves from the harsh realities of the plantations that funded their lifestyle. The structure stands as a pristine example of pre-revolutionary wealth and remains a testament to architectural ambition of the colonial capital. This is the bustling waterfront of the Cooper River during the 1750s, where a dense forest of masts defines the skyline. Wooden wharves extend from East Bay Street into the harbor and groan under the weight of barrels filled with rice and indigo. Enslaved laborers toil alongside sailors to load these precious exports, while wealthy merchants inspect incoming luxury goods from London. This frenetic activity served as the economic engine of the colony and generated immense fortunes for the planter class. The thriving port transformed Charleston into the wealthiest city in British North America and firmly connected it to the global Atlantic trade network. This is St. Michael's Church, consecrated in 1761 at the bustling Four Corners of Law. Modeled after St. Martin in the Fields in London, this English Baroque marvel features a brilliant white stucco facade and a steeple towering 186 feet that once dominated the skyline. Beyond its religious function, it served as a civic heartbeat where imported bells dictated the daily schedule of the city. Inside, the governor's pew hosted the most powerful figures of the colony. Remarkably, it survived British bombardment and the Great Earthquake to become the oldest surviving religious structure in Charleston. Thus, it stands today not just as a sanctuary, but as an enduring symbol of the spirit of the city. This is the Miles Bruton House, completed in 1769 on King Street. Designed by Ezra Waite, this Palladian masterpiece features a commanding double portico with imported stone columns that creates an imposing street presence. It served as the residence of Miles Bruton, the wealthiest slave trader in the colony, and acted as a supreme declaration of power. The sheer grandeur of the estate caused occupying British generals to seize the property for their military headquarters during the Revolution. Today, the property remains in the hands of the descendants of the original builder and stands as the finest Georgian townhouse in America. This is the Old Exchange and Provost Dungeon, completed in 1771 at the busy waterfront of Broad Street. Built upon the ruins of the Half Moon Battery, this Palladian masterpiece functioned as the commercial heartbeat of the colony. Wealthy merchants gathered in the open arcade to trade rice and indigo, while the elite society hosted lavish balls in the Great Hall above. Beneath this grandeur lay the damp Provost Dungeon, where British forces imprisoned American patriots and pirates during the Revolution. The building witnessed the ratification of the Constitution and stands today as a monumental witness to the birth of the nation. This is the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist, rising with solemn dignity in the neo-Gothic style. Its brownstone walls and intricate stained glass windows create a striking silhouette that commands reverence. While this magnificent structure was built later, it represents the culmination of a long struggle for spiritual liberty in the Holy City. During the colonial era, Catholic worship was strictly forbidden due to British fears of Spanish espionage forcing believers to hide their faith. The cathedral now stands on the foundations of the earlier St. Finbar as a permanent monument to the resilience of the Catholic community. This is the Hayward Washington House, completed in 1772 on Church Street. Built as a Georgian double house for Thomas Hayward Jr., a signer of the Declaration of Independence, this massive brick residence served as a potent symbol of patriot wealth. Its significance peaked in 1791 when the city rented the property to host President George Washington during his Southern tour. The interior features cypress paneling and Charleston-made furniture that reflect the high status of its owners. Distinguished as the first historic house museum in the city, it preserves the only one open to the public today. This is the Charleston Orphan House, established by city ordinance in 1790 as the first municipal orphanage in the United States. Its imposing brick facade and towering cupola rivaled the grandest mansions of the planter class and signaled a new commitment to social welfare. Inside the walls, hundreds of destitute children received food and education before entering apprenticeships to become productive citizens. President George Washington visited the institution in 1791 and praised its benevolent mission. Although the building was tragically demolished in the 20th century, it remains a proud milestone in the history of American philanthropy. The golden light of the Low Country fades, but the spirit of Charleston remains timeless. Every cobblestone and iron gate holds a secret from a world built on immense wealth and profound sorrow. These silent sentinels watched the birth of a nation and continue to define the landscape of the South. History is not just a chapter in a book, but a living, breathing presence waiting to be explored. Join our journey into the past by subscribing to the channel today. Prepare yourself for our next adventure.